I think in my presentation I will talk about the positive elements of the robots, and I think the best way to start is to presenting a short video clip that the product will speak for himself and the customer speak for himself. We're talking about focus customer solution. So I think maybe we will start the intro video.
In 2022 and it's happening.
Right, cool, huh? So basically, HMC Farms is the largest grower in the United States, in North America. And when, basically, when he telling things like that, this is like a quality testimonial of our product. So I continue with Sue really talk about in his session. It's all hit the spot. We're talking about added value for industrial growers, and this is what we are here for. So, about myself, after a very long career at a large Israeli corporate, more than 15 years, I decided to go to a small startup, but with a unique and novel product that I'm so passionate to speak about and to spread the word about this really novel technology all over the world. A huge personal milestone for myself, and I think I made a good choice. So this picture basically tells the whole story. So, you know, in the last years, even in the last decade, we've seen an alarming trend of dehydrating orchards. Basically, this picture took on China, one of the major apple growers in the world. China, so it's growing about 40 to 50% of the apples of the world, and there's an alarming process of dehydrating orchards just because the human factor. So, you know, the average age of a fruit picker today, it's about 64 years old. I repeat it, 64 years old. The younger generation doesn't step into this hard and seasonal job. It's very hard. It's a low-paid job, and the younger generation doesn't step in. I know I don't want my children to work in fruit picking task now. I don't want. And I'm sure your children, you don't want it. So the population of the world is increasing. And the human labor that associated with the picking task is decreasing dramatically. So if we will not tackle this issue with robotics, in a few years, fruit will be a food for the wealthiest because the prices will be, as you know, astronomical. And the solution is with robotic. You see the challenge over here. This is a picture that we took at HMC farms. Every year it's a logistic nightmare. He recruiting between 1,000 to 1,200 employees, fruit pickers, every year for Mexico. And it's getting harder and harder every year to get the visas, to get the transportation, to get the laboratories, to get the dormitories for all these workers. And it's a nightmare for him. So basically, I bring a mock-up with me. So after the session, you can take pictures, you can take selfies, as long as you put it online, because I want this to be spread around. So this is the hardware solution. We develop a utility drones that deals with very sophisticated agricultural tasks. It involves with 3D cameras, or 4 different cameras for positioning of the drone and detecting the fruits. Determine if it's ripe or not. If it's ripe, you pick it. If it's not ripe, you skip it. And also a very gentle gripper. And this is a very important one. The gripper has to be gentle, because if it's not going to be gentle, it's going to harm the tree and damage the next year picking cycle. So it's a very gentle gripper, a unified gentle gripper that really gently attach the fruit from the tree and put it very, very gently into the bin, and to prevent any bruising and damages to the fruit. Basically, we developed this solution together with the farmers, and we asked them, what is more important, a picking speed or the fruit quality? And the answer was unanimously, the fruit quality. Because today, the human pickers just want to finish the job. In the sun, they pick the fruit, they damaging the trees, and the industrial grower need a dedicated solution to maintain the fruit qualities. But it doesn't end with the hardware. The heart of the system is the software. This is an AI-driven software. So it's run 9 neural networks at the same time. So first, you have to determine if the fruit is ripe or not. If it's ripe, rip it. If it's not, skip it. Then you have to determine what is the best way to approach the fruit, which way. How many force I have to invest to detect the fruit from the tree. Which way to rotate the picking arm, left or right? What is the best solution to pick the fruit? All is being done at the same time. It's real time. So again, it's dealing with data sensors. We develop also, of course, a mobile application that controlled by the grower. He can determine, and this is one of the biggest advantage of our solution, a selective picking cycle. The growers get a totally different prices for fruit grade. A AAA grade fruit worth 4 times more than the standard one. So using our system, he can generate the fruit measurements. I can pick only the fruits with X amount of measurement and X amount of color coverage. And this is the kind of selective picking that our solution enables. So it's also a data collector. It's a data collector. Every picking cycle, the system have data regarding all the weight of the fruit, the size, and also a yield, a heat map of the yield of the orchard. It can also generate a yield alert. With some trees with very low yield, It can generate alert. Maybe the trees have a disease or something like that. So this amount of data is so crucial for the industrial growth that it doesn't exist today. So it's a data collector that this is a byproduct of our solution. Remember, the first thing is to answer the labor issue, but for a byproduct, you're gaining all the benefits for using AI and using robotic solution. We also develop a software simulator. So the orchards are much different. The orchards in United States are different than the orchards in Europe, and the orchards in Europe are different than the orchards in South America. So before we entering a new area, we have a simulator that demonstrate the real time, almost accurately, the orchard's architecture and measurements. So it's all been done by AI and making a successful and smooth deployment in the new geographies. Basically, our system is very adaptable because using the benefit of the drones allows us to operate with many kind of orchards. We can work with narrow orchards, with wide orchards, and it's all been done of our specially tailored drone system. In opposed for robotic arms, and we talk about robotic arms, robotic arms has really very key disadvantage in terms of fruit picking issues. One is the degrees of freedom. A robotic arm is only 3 degrees of freedom. With this kind of drone, we have 6 degrees of freedom, so we can tackle more fruits. Also, robotic arms are very expensive to maintain and very expensive to use. With this kind of drones, we design it to be reliable and cost-effective. We invest a lot of designing this product to be cost-effective. And also in terms of maintainability. The most important time for the grower is the harvesting season. And when robotic arm inside the orchards, malfunction, to fix a robotic arm system, it's a mess. It's a mess. The MTBR, the mean time between repair of robotic arms, is very long. With our system, in some case, one of the drones decided to crash, we have another 2 spare drones to just a plug and play. So the harvesting continue. So the adaptable solution is also give the grower the flexibility to determine which size of the orchards I will pick. Maybe I will pick only the treetops. Maybe I'll pick only the left side, because it's very important, because the exposure of the fruit to the sun is different. So using our system, which only you can determine by the pre-launching fruit picking cycle, and there you have it. So basically, this is the product. So it comes with 6 or 8 drones per one platform. So the solution is combined with the ground platform and a fleet of flying autonomous robots associated with that. And this is very important because it gets all the energy from the ground platform, so it can work 24/7. It doesn't have any batteries, so it can work continuously. And how we do it? Basically, our business model really depends on collaboration. We're in Israel, we came to a realization that we have to be focused on what we are good at. And we're good at the software and the robots. And we came across in the realization there is a lot of harvesting ground platforms manufactured throughout the world. And let's say, we don't want to put you out of the market. We want to promote your product into an autonomous one. So what we are doing, we're collaborating with local partners that manufacture the ground platform and integrate our system with their platform. In that case, basically we're using their CapEx, we're using their dealers network to approach the customers, because the growers are very traditional. So we are done investing in branding in Tevel. We are telling the customers, continue to work with the players you know. Let's say, for example, this one is Darwin Harvesting Group. Darwin Harvesting Group is one of the key major ground harvesting platform manufacturers in Europe. And when he says to the growers, hey, I got a new solution for you, the growers listen. So this is how we are doing business. We are collaborating with local partners and utilizing their dealers network and their expertise in the geography. Because, as I said, orchards are different. And what's getting most smarter to collaborate with the local partners. So this is what kind of example for some kind of collaborations that we done over the last year with Ambrosi in Europe, Vinergy in the United States, Blue Line, and so on. And you see on the left side of the slide what we are providing to the partner. We're providing the robotic kit that associated with the drones, with the computer, and other equipment that associated that, and the partner provide the ground platform. And the business case is B2B2C. We're providing the robotic kit to the partner. The partner integrate the full solution and sell it. He can lease it. He can operate at the end customer itself. Also, another great advantage that we came across the last month, there's a lot of, platforms, manual platforms, existing manual platform that we can refurbish them into autonomous one. So this is a very unique business model that we developed. So once we sell the kit to the partner, he integrate and sell or lease or refurbish one into the end customer, and then we charge the end customer for a SaaS premium. Every ton that our system pick, we charge for X amount of dollars. So instead of paying labor wages to the manual pickers, he pays the SaaS for every ton that our system is picking. As basically, we develop this business model together with the industrial growers. So the trend, the last year, it's been amazing. We just launched it in 2022, and we have like a 20 million backlog. So we struggle to answer. The major issue now is to answer the current market need. The question that we have is when, is even not how much. Some pictures, some recognition, market recognition that we got only for the last year. We won a Best Innovation Award at one of the greatest exhibition in Europe. It's called the Fruit Logistica. We won also the Best Technical Solution at Agri-Technica last year. Another one that I'm very proud is the Atlas Award. It's the best startup in Israel. In Israel, it's there's a lot of great startups in Israel, and the competition is very, very fierce. So we won the best startup in Israel. We have an exhibition that we are at. We're getting the traction when we put the live demo on, so it's getting all the attention of all the exhibitors, so they're all getting around and take pictures and so on. We get a very positive media coverage by the Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Wired, AP Press, and so on. And this one is one of the most proud of. Basically, we won the best product of the year in 2023 by the largest event in the ag industry. It's called the World Ag Expo in California. So we won the product of the year. And I think it just illustrates how much the market is ready to embrace this solution. So until today, this is the fruits that we already can pick. We can pick orchard fruits. It means by apples, nectarines, peaches, apricots, plums, pears. And this year, and this is a big one, we are completing the R&D efforts for picking citrus at the same hardware. We're not changing anything, but a hardware adaptation. So this is very, very big. And this is where we are operating right now. We have a large presence in Europe, in Italy, a large customer base in Italy. Also, we are operating this year in Spain. We are operating in United States, at California and Washington State, and also in South America, in Chile, and now we have a pilot in Brazil. Then next year, we're going to approach the Eastern market, China, Japan, Korea. I don't know what the future will hold. Just illustration of different elements of totally different ground platforms that can work with different kind of orchards, so it's very adaptable. So when we are talking about utilities, we are not ending with fruit pickers. We want our solution to be multitask. It's like it'll be a Swiss knife of the grower. So if you can just play this video, what you can see here is an artificial pollination. Artificial pollination, you know what the bees is going to the flowers and get the next year fruits? This is for avocado. This one increasing the yield of avocado of more than 30% using very minor hardware adaptation by this pollination. A precision sprayer also that can be adaptable for the fruit. You know, we're talking about ESG and so on. A very precise spraying for the fruit. Also another application that we can adapt with our solution. Also for palms. It's all been on R&D stage. And this is also a big one, a pruning. A pruning, it can open very large market for us. Let's say for palm oil. There's a lot of industry of palm oil that we deal with pruning. And again, on an R&D stage. And also a stem cutter for special fruits. And again, many utilities, minor hardware modification, but mainly deals with software adaptation. And we're getting there. So we have a clear path of where we want to be. We want to focus right now on the picking fruit element to have more varieties of fruit. As I said, this year we have citrus capabilities. Early next year we will have the green gold, the avocado. And basically this is, I think this is the final. I will end my presentation with this. We have to move with traditional manual picking to autonomous one. So, thank you very much.